Well, hello, friends. I want to talk about the word gaslighting. We hear the term gaslighting often, but do we really understand what it really means? So I went a little digging in today and found out that the explanation maybe is different than what we've been told. Without exaggeration or without disagreement, we may drift into something unsafe. Clarifying the statement, clarifying the statement about gaslighting. The term gaslighting gets thrown around a lot today, often incorrectly. But the statement that you share is describing something very specific and very real. Here's what it means in plain, accurate language. Let's get to the point right here. Gaslighting is not just disagreement. Two people can argue, misunderstand each other, and even strongly challenge each other's ideas. And none of that is gaslighting. I must state that again. Two people, they can misunderstand each other strongly, challenge each other's ideas, but none of that is gaslighting. But that's what it's called today, if you listen to the language. Gaslighting is not someone having a different opinion, someone that's telling you they see the situation differently. That's what we often say, don't we? We see things differently. Someone debating facts with you, someone being rude or dismissive, those things can be frustrating, but they're not that's gaslighting. They're frustrating, but they're not gaslighting. Number two, gaslighting is a pattern of manipulation. Real gaslighting is a deliberate pattern where one person tries to make another person doubt their own memory, perception, judgment, and sense of reality. Let me say that again. If you get nothing from what I've said, maybe this is it. Gaslighting is a pattern of manipulation. Real gaslighting is a deliberate pattern where one person tries to make another person doubt their own memory, perception, judgment, and sense of reality. It's not a one time disagreement. It's a repeated strategy used to gain power or control. It's a strategy to gain power or control. And number three, it often happens in close or dependent relationships. It often happens in close or dependent relationships. The statement mentions partners, parents, friends, or bosses because gaslighting usually appears where one person has influence over the other, or one person has influence over the other, like in a marriage, or boss and his employees, or the relationship involves trust, authority, or emotional dependence. This makes the manipulation more effective and more damaging. The goal is to destabilize your confidence. Gaslighting works by slowly eroding your trust in your own mind. I must state that again. Gaslighting works by slowly eroding your trust in your own mind. An example of that never happened. You're imagining things. That's it. That never happened. You imagine things. You're too sensitive. Everyone thinks so. You're remembering it wrong. You always do. You're crazy if you believe that. Over time, the person being gaslit may start to question their own reality, which makes them easy to control. Why is considered emotional abuse? Why is it considered emotional abuse? Because it targets a person's inner compass. their ability to know what is true. Gaslighting can deeply affect, there it is, that gaslighting can deeply affect self esteem, decision making, emotional stability, and a sense of safety. Sense of safety. That's why the statement calls it a form of emotional abuse. It's not about conflict. It's not about conflict. It's about undermining someone's reality. This is this form of emotional abuse. It's not about. It's about undermining someone's reality. If you notice a lot of that going on today in our social media, I have. What is your response to this? I'd like to hear your response to how you see gaslighting today. I'd love to hear from you at Dr. Cecil at teachtruth.net. That's right, Dr. Cecil at teachtruth.net. And thanks for watching.